guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to, as you can see, a chat and get ready with me video. I have a bag full of some new goodies. I don't have like a ton to try, but I have like enough to try and kind of something from each category, so it should be fun. I asked you guys for questions on Instagram, so I will pull those up. And I do apologize for the crazy light. It always takes me a minute after the time change to like figure things out of like where the shadows and lights are. I had to shift this way a little bit and I've had to play with the lighting on the camera. I'm so sorry if it's crazy. But yeah, I thought we would just chat, get ready, answer your questions, and have a little gab. But before we get into the makeup and all that, I did want to talk about today's sponsor, which is Louisa. How cute are these little boxes? They recently like redesigned their packaging and I think these are so cute. But you've probably heard me talk about Louisa before. I have been an Louisa ambassador for 4 years now, which I feel so lucky because I genuinely, truly, like sponsored or not, I wear their pieces every single day. It's just really like great quality, dainty pieces that are perfect for every day at an affordable price because they're cutting out the middleman. You can shop directly through them and such cute designs, and I feel like cute for anybody. Like they have different types of styles no matter what you're into. I really only heavily wear earrings, like that's my jewelry of choice, and they are constantly coming out with new fun earrings, which I have 3 new pairs, but I am most excited. Oh, I'm so excited about these. I've been so excited all month for these little bows. Like literally, how cute and perfect is that for Christmas coming up, whether you're gifting it or getting it for yourself? Like I am slapping these in right now and I'll be wearing them all holiday season long. But also they're not just for the holidays. They'll be cute all year round. Oh my God, they are perfection. Ah, oh, so cute. And the like detail of them, like of the bow itself, it's like so detailed. It looks like an actual real little bow. They use noble metals. I have never ever had an earring or a ring irritate my skin. It's great quality pieces at great prices and you just can't beat it. The cuteness, the prices. That is even cuter than I thought. I'm obsessed. I was gonna put in my mini organic pearls that you know I love, but we're gonna let them have their moment. That is so freaking cute. And while you're this close, hey, I'll show you the other ones I got. They came out with these like heart half hoops. Like how freaking cute with like the studs on the front of the heart. I just think those are so fun. Great Valentine's Day gift. We're way ahead of ourselves. Great Christmas gift first. And also I thought these were fun. These kind of like clip up on your ears like that. So it just kind of looks like it's like holding your ear, which I thought was super interesting and fun and cute. So, but definitely most obsessed with the bows, which I truly have been waiting all month for these to come in. And it is shopping time, it is gifting time. If you want to give the gift of fun, dainty, very wearable jewelry, you should definitely check out Louisa because they're currently having their like Black Friday deals. They've been doing these deals where the more you spend, the more you save, and it's huge right now. It's like up to 35% off, which I think is the biggest I've seen it. And I also like that deal because I would recommend getting like a few pairs of earrings because my favorite thing usually to do with Louisa is make little combos. Like I have 2 piercings in my ear, so I'll make little earring combos that I get fixated on for a week or a month or whatever. But these will be my new fixation. I love them. So yeah, I will have them down below for you to check out, and thank you again to Louisa for sponsoring this portion of the video. All right, said in my best Linda Belcher voice because it is Linda Belcher season. Not Milo, although Milo does love Bob's Burgers. I've really made it in life because my son requests to watch Friends, he asks to watch Bob's Burgers, and he requests to listen to Ariana Grande. But anyway, Bradley and I watched the Thanksgiving episode. Like, there's many Bob's Burgers Thanksgiving episodes, but the one where Linda sings the song the other night, and it's just so good. I've been trying to cram in all of my November things, which I'm doing an okay job. Not the best. We have watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles almost twice, which that is most important. Highly, highly recommend. I'll get to your questions in a second. I am going in first with this REM Beauty Wicked collab. This is the only thing I bought from the collaboration just because like all of it looked beautiful, but I'm not gonna use it. This is like the only thing I could see myself using in my daily routine. These are the Galinda Glow Drops. So I believe you're supposed to put them on underneath your makeup, so that's what we're gonna do, but I am afraid. Ooh, but that is really pretty. It does like hint a little pink. Ooh. Ooh, it smells good. Well, that's probably gonna break me out. Am I doing this right? It feels really good. It feels like skincare. Interesting. Am I doing this absolutely incorrectly? Is this skincare or is it makeup? No, there's glitter in there. Oh God, I'm scared. Oh no, you can see the glitter. Oh, well, that's fun. Not for everybody, I understand, but like, that's kind of fun. Was this supposed to just be a highlighter and I totally just put it all over my face? Ooh, it stings a little bit, I won't lie. Let me zoom in so you can try and see. Can you see the glow? A little bit of the glitter. Can you see it on my hand, maybe? I don't know about that. Felt kind of nice. I have a new foundation, which I've been wanting to try this for months. I just like haven't. I think because it was like online at Ulta only or something. I don't know. But then I ended up just getting it on Amazon, I think. But it's the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I've seen amazing things about this. I got the shade 22 Light Warm. I don't even know if that's gonna be correct, but we're gonna try it. Looks like it might be okay. Just using my Ulta sponge. Ooh, that might be a little dark. Also, this might be a little bright, should we? Nope, wrong way. Yeah, this might be a touch dark for the winter. Might need to swap this out, but we will do our best. Yeah, apparently this is like exactly what it says, like a soft glam, like it's a nice medium coverage that's buildable, which is like what I desire right now. Because I think long gone are the days of like full coverage foundations for me. Like, it's just never what I want to reach for, even on a like special night out or something. Yeah, this is not the right color, but we're just gonna press on, which also isn't gonna help because my face is naturally darker than my neck anyway, just because of all my freckles. But that looks pretty good, I think. Again, first impressions are tough because it's like I never know. It's just like my first time using it, you know? But so far, like the finish of that looks nice. I'm gonna want to set it in certain areas, but it looks good. I'm gonna go in with my just favorite all-time concealer, and I'm pulling up your questions. We're gonna go all the way down to the bottom and then go through the top. I'm not gonna answer all of them, but thank you guys so much. Why is this like this? But thank you guys so much for all of you guys always ask like such fun, inspired questions, and I really appreciate it. First one was, what was your favorite Christmas present that you ever received? That is hard. There was one magical Christmas where like I really wanted a fish. Like that's just what I wanted. My mom was like, forget it. You're not getting a fish. And I just was like, oh, but I really want it. And I think I'll try to be careful in case tiny ears are listening. But I was in like, oh, I don't know, 6th grade? So I don't know if I believed or not. But I kind of knew like if mom wasn't going to allow it, like Santa wouldn't allow it, you know? So I really wrote it off and I was like, I'm just not gonna get a fish. Woke up Christmas morning, totally had a fish, and it was like the most magical thing. But I also look back fondly on a Christmas where me and my siblings all got these like motorized scooters, and we spent the entire rest of the day in the front yard in the neighborhood on these scooters. And I like lived my whole childhood on that scooter. Like I ran that thing into the ground. It was like one of the electric ones. I remember it was called like a Zappo or something. It had like a little yellow trigger that made it go. You had to charge it, and like it was my life. I used it to get around the neighborhood. I had friends in the neighborhood. A great part about growing up in California, Christmas Day, whatever like outside toy you got to play with it outside all day long, and it was so much fun. So yeah, that is what comes to mind. All right, time to use the new e.l.f. Liquid Camo Liquid. e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour. I got the thirdest. Woo! I got the third darkest shade in. The first one was purely for contour, and I just wanted to try out a bronzing shade first. And then the second shade I didn't think was gonna do anything for like bronzing my skin tone. So this is the shade Light. But I literally just saw a review of these on my TikTok this morning and they loved it. So now I'm excited. But also always nervous for a new liquid product. Ooh, okay. Just gonna go with the dot method. I'm going to zoom you in a bit. There we go. Here we go. Oh no. Oh yes. Ooh. Did we see how lovely? Did we see how wonderfully that blended? Oh my goodness. Let's try again. It goes from scary to lovely so quick. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, and I love this shade. I was like nervous it would be too dark. Well, maybe with the too dark a foundation it is, but it looks nice with this. Okay, wow, that blends literally so beautifully. I had high hopes for this because I love the camo liquid camo, whatever the hell they're called, blushes. So I was hopeful. Oh my god, that looks good. And oh my god, my earrings are so cute. Should we try a little more? Oh god. Maybe a little. Oh no. What have I done there? That was terrible. Just cover that back up. But I am impressed with that and I will be reaching for it. Oh, brought it down a little too far, which I do often, but that is really nice. And $7. $7. Okay, let's get another question. Somebody said, do you watch Bravo shows? If so, which ones? Controversial opinions, LOL. I don't. I don't know why I don't. I really, like my sister is really into literally every single Bravo show. Like she's all about all of it. And I never got into it. I am just following up with my REM Beauty bronzer, powder bronzer that I love. But I have seen so many clips of Housewives that entertain me so much that I'm like, I gotta start. I just don't know when. but I'm not opposed to it. I just never have, if that makes sense. I also mostly use this to put it in my crease because it's my favorite eyeshadow of late, just to give a little definition. And I also been contouring my nose with it. I've actually really been enjoying it. I've been like editing video footage from other videos or like vlogs, and I'm like, I totally see a difference in the slight nose contour I've been doing, and I really like it. And I'll show you right now. Take that same bronzer, and I just kind of do right across here to give it like the button nose effect. And then I bring it along the sides. And just with that same crease brush I use on my eyeshadow. And then I do a little bit underneath the nose. And it just like gives it a little more of a button nose effect. I've really been enjoying it. There are so many questions, chatting topics about Wicked, which, oh, did we even notice my Wicked nails? Because I did these yesterday. As I'm filming this, I have tickets to see it in a couple of days. By the time you're seeing this, I've probably already seen it. But just like a lot of you asking for my opinion on it, I have not seen it yet, but I do have really, really, really high hopes. All the reviews that have been coming in, one of my best friends got to see it, and he, like, I genuinely enjoy things more than he does, usually. Like, I'm usually like advocating, like, oh, come on, it was so good. And he's like, no, that was garbage. And so he loved it, and so I have really high hopes. Plus, what I've seen and heard so far, like, I just think it's gonna be phenomenal. And I love Wicked. I freaking love it so much. I really trust that both of them, but I mainly pinpoint on Ariana because I feel like there was so much doubt in her performance, like when she was cast. But I think all the doubters are gonna be totally eating their words, because so far what I've seen, which I totally on TikTok, I think I watched like a leaked scene, and I didn't know it was like a leaked scene until it was too late, but then I couldn't stop watching, and it was so good. I'm just so excited. Wicked, if you haven't seen it and you like know nothing about it, I am excited for you. It is a magical journey. It is a bit dark, and I really hope that like they keep the darkness of it, because that's what Wicked is. Like, it is magical and beautiful, but it is also dark and sad. And my favorite musicals are dark musicals. Sideshow, my favorite musical. Phantom of the Opera, my favorite musical. Into the Woods, my favorite. Like, I just love something about dark, twisted musical theater. Like, don't even start me on Parade. Don't start me on Aida, which Cynthia Erivo has been going around in various interviews, and people ask like, do you guys want to work together again? And she keeps saying, let's revive Aida. And I told Bradley, I will be in those seats if they revive Aida. It is one of my favorite shows ever. But anyway, I am, as you can tell, I am very excited. I've been waiting for this for so long. The fact that they are making a Wicked movie and it's starring my favorite pop star, which is so random, but I really do trust her in this role. I trust she loves it more than anybody. I trust that she has done the work. I can tell she's done the work. I can tell in her like most recent music videos that whatever preparation she did for this, like, she has opened up so much. You can tell this was a healing journey for her. She's been through so much. And she also is like a master impersonator. And so I think that it's going to be the perfect balance of giving us what we know and love from Glinda, aka Kristen Chenoweth, on the soundtrack, but also like putting her own flair on it, as well as mixing in like other iconic Glindas. I feel like I've heard her say like she's just tried to like soak in as much as she can and, you know, pay homage to the original Glinda we know and love with adding her own twist, and I'm just so excited. And then Cynthia Erivo is like one of my favorite voices of all time. I cannot get this open. This is a liquid camo blush. I can't get it right. e.l.f. camo liquid blush in one of the new shades, Bold Faced Lilac. But it's like this really pretty, almost purpley color. But Cynthia Erivo, like, Bradley and I watch her Tony performance at least once a month. Like, anytime it's on, I will stop. I will sit down. If I'm scrolling past it on TikTok, I'll send it to Bradley. Like, we love that performance. It's life-changing. If you haven't seen it, go see it. There's also a bunch of videos floating around of her from some performance. It was like a cabaret or something, of her singing songs from the last 5 years, which one of my favorite musicals, also so dark and sad. Ooh, okay, very pretty.
We love what?
We love the Tony performance of Cynthia Erivo more than anything. Okay. The greatest, truly, before you go see Wicked, I'll link it, and I'll link it down below. Watch it. Ooh. I already know I like this formula. It's just gonna be about the color, but these blend out really nicely and they stay in place all day, and they have like a dewy finish to them. This is actually really pretty. I may have put too much on, but I guess I've also never blended this over the new foundation I'm wearing. I feel like I can't get the lighting right. I'm so sorry. I maybe put a little too much on. I really like that color though. And I always take my sponge to just blur out the edges, but I like that color. Do you? What do you think? Perfect for Glinda. I'm actually really struggling. I don't know what I'm gonna wear to the movie because like before this, I've always seen myself as an alphabet because that's just, I prefer to belt. Don't get me wrong, I can do both. Or I used to be able to. My voice is not what it used to be. But like in a chorus, a choir, a group singing situation, I prefer to be a soprano, which is those high top notes. Like I prefer beltier roles, if that makes sense. So I've always identified as like alphabet, like that. I was gonna play one of the roles, it would have been alphabet, which that is still probably the truth. But just like now, Ariana, my very favorite pop star being Glinda, I'm just like, do I wear green? Do I wear pink? Do I wear both? That's why I did both of my nails. Like I truly don't know what I'm gonna wear. Speaking of Ariana, I've been enjoying this REM Beauty highlighter in Miss Mercury. I love the blushes and the bronzer so much that I was like, I need to be using the highlighter as well. And it is good. I don't know if it's like better than everything I've ever tried good, but it is good and I like the color. And she keeps wearing it on the press tour, and so I was like, I have that, let me pull it out. And I just take some on my ring or middle finger and I kind of just put it right here in the center under that nose contour, and it makes it look even more like a button. This lighting is crazy and I apologize. Okay, now I'm so excited to try this. This is the e.l.f. Finest Fleck Glitter Eyeshadow. It's supposed to be like, I think an eyeshadow topper, just something really light and simple. There is a shade lighter than this, like a more champagne shade, but I wanted something a little more bronzy. You guys, I have not answered any questions. What are you most looking forward to with Milo during the holidays? Literally all of it. Bradley and I have not stopped talking about how magical Halloween was. We vlogged, I will link it up in the corner, but like he was just such a great age. Should I use a brush or should I use my finger? Let's use a finger. Oh yeah, that is like really light. Did I get the wrong shade of this? I was going for something more bronzy. This is in the shade Champagne Showers, but it is pretty. But we've talked nonstop about how magical actual Halloween day was because Milo, and I've said this about a lot of things, he's just gonna keep getting older and things are gonna get more magical for a while, obviously, until he's like a teenager and doesn't care about anything. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he always cares. But just like we are aware that with each, you know, holiday, as he's understanding more and more, and like he really, maybe not fully understood Halloween, because like what's to understand, but he understood like knocking on the doors, saying trick or treat. He was so polite and he said thank you to everybody. He was so into counting the candy. I also somehow made it through another year without him eating anything of the candy. He doesn't know he can eat it. We're not a candy family. We don't have it around. If like I'm eating a piece of candy and he sees me and he wants some, I will share. But like he is not aware that he can eat all that candy. Besides a lollipop. But he didn't really get any lollipops. You guys, I bought the wrong shade of this and I don't like it. I just don't like frosty champagne shades on my lids, so that's that. So we'll have to get the right shade and then try it again. But I don't love that. It is very like not pigmented. I'm getting a different eyeshadow actually. Hate it that much. Gonna go over it with some MAC All That Glitters, which I did totally drop and then had to use the like alcohol push it back in trick, which always works. We'll see if we can cover this up a bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to literally everything. Making cookies, obviously Christmas morning will be so magical. His birthday, like he understood presents so much more, and so like, I think it just is gonna be the most magical of understanding Santa's coming and he's gonna bring gifts. He's so into like the Christmas tree decorations and everything. So like just quite literally everything. We've gotten the Christmas books out and he loves Christmas music. Taking him to Disneyland to see the parade. Like I'm just so excited. Somebody asked, why do I have beef with Peppermint Patty? You guys, I have expressed every year on my Instagram story how much I hate Peppermint Patty. She is a nasty bitch, and I'm talking Charlie Brown if you don't know. But if you are questioning me, you as an adult need to go back and watch the Thanksgiving Charlie Brown special because she really shows her bitchy, nasty side, and you will understand immediately why I think she's a bitch. She invites herself over to this Thanksgiving, but Charlie Brown's not even gonna be home for Thanksgiving. He's going to his grandma's, and so he is a child and is like, well, I can't make a Thanksgiving meal. And so him and Snoopy and Linus decide to make what they know, which is toast and popcorn and jelly beans. And they set up the ping pong table in the backyard with a nice tablecloth, and they get random chairs. And also, Peppermint Patty then invites two other kids, invites herself and other kids, brings the whole damn neighborhood over. They serve the popcorn, toast, and delicious jelly beans, and she has the audacity to yell at Charlie Brown in front of everybody that this is not what she says, I came across town for this? Bitch, you invited yourself across town for this. She just is complaining, where's the mashed potatoes? Where's the pumpkin pie? She's a total bitch about it. Charlie Brown gets upset and leaves, and then Marcy, which is Peppermint Patty's like little minion, who Peppermint Patty makes her call sir. She's like, sir, you were really hard on Charlie Brown. And then Peppermint Patty's like, oh, was I? Maybe you could go apologize for me. Like makes Marcy go do her bidding. Like she's a real nasty bitch. It'll never not boil my blood. Let me curl my lashes here. Somebody said, are there any seasonal foods you're into at the moment or Christmas cookies you want to make? So many Christmas cookies. I'm looking forward to making the Cadbury Snowball chocolate cookies. My Spritz cookies, of course. Sugar cookies. I've saved some cookie recipes on TikTok I'm looking forward to trying. I'm going in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer Mascara. It's the perfect shade of brown. But as far as like a seasonal food I'm really into, I've been obsessed with making this squash Alfredo pasta. It is so good. I made it with you in my latest vlog. I can link it up in the corner if you want to see how I make it. I got inspiration from TikTok and I've made it twice now and I'm ready to make it again. I bought another delicata squash so I could. I cannot talk and do mascara at the same time, so just hold. Somebody said, do you think Wicked should have been one movie? I will say at first I was annoyed. I'm like, why on earth is the first movie almost 3 hours and it's only the first act? But then also obviously not. I'm so excited to like just really get in there and that means hopefully nothing is gonna be cut. I mean, the things they would have cut, I probably would have been okay with them cutting, like really random odd songs. But my friend Kevin, who's seen it, said that it's actually really nice, the length of it. Like it doesn't feel rushed. You feel like you get to know all the characters. In musical theater school, one of my favorite things, one of my teachers ever said is like, musical theater is falling in love on stage in an hour and a half. And I was like, that is so beautiful. And so we get to fall in love for almost 3 hours and I cannot wait. Also, it's something to look forward to. I am like devastated. Like some of my favorite songs are in the second act. Although I will say, it dawned on me, I've been so focused on like hearing Defying Gravity and like Popular that I forgot about my favorite song of the show, which is Wizard and I mean, Defying Gravity is obviously an incredible song. And like her Want song, War Cry, like it's so powerful. But I think Wizard and I is like almost a superior song. Like I love a female want song so much. My favorite one of all time is obviously Part of Your World, but Wizard and I is fantastic. And I just feel like Defying Gravity gets all of the credit. And the fact that I'm gonna get to, ooh, I messed up. The fact that I'm gonna get to hear Cynthia Erivo sing The Wizard and I cannot wait. It's like in the last 5 years, if you're familiar with that musical, in school, everybody wanted to sing Kathy's song, Still Hurting, which is a beautiful song. And I understand why people want to sing it. But I think the most superior song in that show for Kathy is I Can Do Better Than That. Like, I don't understand why it's not in everybody's audition book. Like, it is such a good, belty, want 11 o'clock number. Like, it is so good. Actually, one of you asked me about the last 5 years. The last 5 years, Team Kathy or Team Jamie? Definitely Team Kathy because Jamie cheats. But if you've never seen the last 5 years movie, it is so freaking good. It's underrated. It's got Jeremy Jordan, which is like one of my very favorite male voices of all time, and Anna Kendrick. And it is the story of a breakup, the 5 years of their like relationship and their marriage. But the way the musical goes is she's telling her story backwards and he's telling it forwards, and they like meet in the middle. It is sensational. And they just do things in the movie that you just can't do on stage, and it is such a beautiful movie. Even if you're not into musical theater, I say watch it. It is so good. Hopefully you're into musicals watching this video because it's all I've talked about. Oh my goodness. Somebody said, I'm about to be a first-time mom. Would love to know advice you'd give day one mom Amy. I'm gonna cry. That is so sweet. Personal advice for me would be like, I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry. I just did my mascara. Don't worry. Oh man, you've struck a chord, a beautiful chord. I was so worried about bonding with him, and like I did not feel maternal. I had no kids in my life at all at that point. Like no close friends had kids. I had no nieces or nephews, and I just was like slightly worried of like, I don't know anything about babies. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But truly, the second I saw Milo, my whole world changed, and it just like is this chemical thing that happened to me that I instantly felt maternal. Yes, I, was Googling tons of things and I genuinely didn't know what to do on some things, but like mother's instinct is a real thing. That also isn't to say if it doesn't kick in for you that it's never gonna happen. I know people have issues like bonding at first, so I don't want to like shame anybody that doesn't happen to. Everybody's journey is different. But for me, and the advice I would give myself is just to not worry so much. You're gonna fall so deeply, madly in love with this child, and just instinct kicked in. Like I felt it immediately. And I guess that was just something I worried about my whole pregnancy of like, what if I'm not a good mom? What if, all the what ifs of life. I also have OCD, so my brain is constant what ifs. But literally all of those fell away when I saw him. I just like a little more trust in myself would have been nice. What a lovely question, and congratulations. I'm so excited for you. It is truly the the best part of my life. So I am so excited for you. Somebody said, would you go on a Disney cruise? Absolutely not. I am not a cruise type of bitch. I have tried it. Bradley's family is really into cruising, and so I tried it with them, and I was really anxious to try it. I am somebody who has extreme OCD, emetophobia, anxiety, which means motion sickness and me do not get along. And if you are somebody prone to motion sickness and you're considering going on a cruise and people are telling you, oh, you won't feel it, it's not that bad, you'll feel everything. You feel every movement. Sitting at dinner feeling, absolutely not. I'll never go again. Also, cruises, somebody I heard refer to them as human lasagna. I love it. I love it. It's literally what it is. You want to trap me on a boat in the middle of nowhere? No. You guys, I got this e.l.f. O-Face Shimmer Balm purely because look at this. Like, that is stunning. I am slightly worried it's going to feel incredibly glittery on my lips, but I saw this on TikTok and I was like, oh, I gotta try that. Like, that is truly so beautiful. I don't want to like ruin it. I took a picture of it. I don't know what I'll ever do with that picture, but somebody asked, what do I want for Christmas? I don't know yet. I need to like figure it out. There's like some little things that I want. Okay, we're going in. I'm scared. Oh, okay, that doesn't feel glittery at all. How did they do that? I definitely should have exfoliated the lips first. It's the dry season, so don't judge me. It also has a really like, I'm usually so turned off by like lip scents. So that actually smells really nice. Is this also just like an overspray and then it's gonna go away? I think so. That's also glossier than I thought. I like that. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm not positive what I want for Christmas. I need to like really think about it. Somebody said, how long did it take your skin to heal? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. My perioral dermatitis? Maybe that? Once I got on the right, I tried all the creams and all the stuff that didn't work for me. Once I started taking antibiotics, it took like 2 weeks and it was totally gone and never came back. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. And somebody said, how are we musical theater people not going to sing in the theater when we go to see Wicked? Which that's been like a trending joke on TikTok and wherever I'm on the internet. But like, I am not gonna have any desire to sing along because I am so excited to hear them sing. Like, I haven't heard them sing these yet. Also, I kind of relate it to the same as like going to see a live theater show. Like, nobody's singing along, you know? Like, we'll be able to control ourselves, I think. Just giving them a re-curl here. All right, let's recap. What did we try? I feel like I loved the blush and bronzer. The eyeshadow I want to swap out. That Glinda Dewdrops thing, I don't know about that. That might be going right back. Oh, I do need to powder a little bit. But that lip topper, I love. How fun for the holidays. Great for a stocking stuffer. I should have put that in my stocking stuffer gift guide, which I'll link up in the corner. Yeah, I might return that Glinda thing because it was like $30 and I don't think I'd reach for that again. Maybe as the day goes on and I would see it under like coming through my makeup, but it's not, it wasn't as much of a glow as like the e.l.f. Halo filter, whatever the frick that's called. I'm using my Physicians Formula Butter Glow Pressed Powder, which is a really nice pressed powder that has like a little bit of a glow to it. It's not just matte. My family's tired of being quiet. I gotta go. But yeah, guys, that is it. I will have everything I tried linked down below, as well as on Louisa if you want to check out their sale. Thank you again to them for sponsoring a portion of this video. I am currently in the middle of another weekly vlog, and I will let you know how I feel about Wicked. I know a lot of you were like, we want to know how you feel about Wicked in the questions. I haven't seen it yet, so I will definitely keep you updated. Looking forward to keeping you updated. And yeah, thank you again for all your lovely questions. If I didn't get to yours, I am sorry, but thank you for always submitting them. And I love you guys. I will see you very soon with a new video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.